What's up guys, Rick with RallySport Direct here, and today is just another day in the shop, but we're actually doing something pretty cool and something I'm really excited about. So we've got this 15 STI here behind me with the 2018 front end. You guys might have seen that video before. I'll post the link down below. But one of the biggest problems with that whole 2018 front end, the JDM fogs, is we don't have any turn signals. Now I could have had turn signals, but Megan here said don't use them as turn signals because that's how I originally hooked them up, but she wanted DRL. So she literally has no turn signals. So the one elegant solution, and something I've been honestly dying to do, is the SubiSpeed DRL headlights with the sequential turn signals built into them. And they are just absolutely gorgeous. Now, because this is an STI, it already comes with factory HIDs. I'm not imagining the light outputs, that much better, but we're gonna do a before and after just to see if, we do get a little bit better light output from the LEDs out of the SubiSpeed headlights. And also, COBB was kind enough to send us a front mount intercooler for this car as well, which is something I'm pretty stoked, because we've been rocking a Process West top mount on this car forever, and we've done incredibly well with it. But, when COBB offers to send you parts, you don't say no, and so this is gonna be a perfect candidate for that big, beautiful front mount intercooler. Megan, are you stoked?
I didn't even know I was getting that, so I'm like actually really stoked.
Oh, you didn't know you were getting a COBB front mount? So.
I was like, wait, I'm like, I just started headlights. Now I'm like, what?
Yeah, so we're gonna do the COBB front mount, and I feel like it's a perfect time because we're gonna have the bumper off. It'll be easy to get to the headlights. Now the headlights should be pretty much plug and play. I know there's I think a few things we have to hook up, and I did want to clean up the wiring from her JDM fogs because we were in a big rush to get that done before our big meet. So anyway, enough talking, let's jump right into it. Thing we need to do is get this car up in the air. I'm gonna take the bumper off, but I don't know if you guys noticed my sweet Boost Monkey shirt. Those are brand new shirts that launched today, so if you guys are wanting some fresh RallySport shirts, make sure to check them out on our website because we actually have a ton of really cool shirts. Anyway, let's get this car up in the air. Bumper's off. All right, so now let's get the factory headlights out, and then we can work on exactly what needs to be done with the SubiSpeed ones. With the headlights out, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is work on the wiring for the new headlights. So SubiSpeed includes a bunch of wiring adapters. So this one plugs into the fuse box, and this actually goes to the blue wire on the back of here, and that's for the DRLs. And then they also include some turn signal pass-throughs, and that will be for the sequential turn signals on the actual headlight itself. So we're gonna need to use both of these, but I think I wanna get everything wired while I've got the room to kind of work with here, and then we'll go ahead and put in the headlights. I know that looks like a huge mess, but I will get that cleaned up. But the wiring is officially done. I got the sequentials working, the DRLs working, everything works. One thing we will have to do is wire in some LED resistors just to avoid the hyper flash. But I'll get all that cleaned up, and then we'll get the headlights installed, and we should be good to go. Fitment on them is okay, obviously not quite as good as OEM. Ran into a little bit of issues on this guy right here, but other than that, they actually fit really well. So next step is front mount. So what I want to do is take off this beam. I want to install the new beam, and I want to fit the core, just do like a dry fitment, because I'm worried about like issues with fitment of everything else. And then the other area I'm concerned about is the Process West intake might cause some problems. But first step is just getting the core on the bumper beam and just making sure that all fits. And then once that's complete, then I can worry about all the charge piping up here. So let's get the beam off, let's get the new one on, and let's get the core installed. Front mount fits. So next step, now I know I'm good to remove the intercooler, so we'll go ahead and do that. I need to remove the radiator overflow, and then we also need to remove the windshield washer reservoir, because we need to install some adapter spacers, and we install like a silicone hose up here. So let's just do that real quick. So far, so good. So next thing we're gonna do is mount up the washer reservoir with the spacers, mount up the, I think there's something here we need to mount, and then start getting the charge pipes installed. Ever run one of those things where you do something and you're not exactly super proud of it, but it does work? Well, that's kind of where we're at here. So she's running the Process West intake, which has a completely different routing than factory. Factory kind of comes down and out and over like that, which is what this front mount is designed for. So obviously that is not a COBB coupler, but I was able to get everything to work using this extended coupler and have it go up and over the intake. It's not exactly perfect, but it will work. So the problem is normally, like if this was a shop car and we didn't have to drive it anywhere tomorrow or the next day or for the next couple weeks, I would just go buy an aftermarket, a COBB intake or a different intake and put it on and worry about getting it tuned later. But because she needs to drive this home tonight, this is what we have to do. So, but anyway, we got that part, that whole side done. That's done. So now we can do this side, but this side should go much more smoothly because we don't have anything that I'm aware of that should interfere with the charge pipe. So let's go ahead and get this side all bolted up. The front mount is done. So now we just have to put the battery in, get the bumper on, get all the little things hooked back up. But a couple things I wanted to point out. So COBB's attention to detail on certain things is just amazing. Come on, focus, there we go. So this is your filler neck. If washer, and then of course your coolant expansion tank. But just all, I mean, it's gonna be hard to see on camera, but like all of the, you know, hardcore mounting, everything is just top notch. And I'm really happy with the way this fits. Everything looks amazing. Just very cool. Anyway, let's get everything put back on. We are done. Look how awesome those look. So obviously these have kind of a slightly different shape compared to the OE headlights, which, you know, they kind of don't come out as much. I thought it might look a little bit funny, but it actually looks really good. Overall, I'm so happy with it. But before we leave, I'm gonna show you guys a before and after from the old headlights to the new. Check it out. All right, guys, that's it. Overall, I'm incredibly pleased. The front mount fit beautifully, even having to kind of modify it a little bit. And then the headlights, it's the light output is just gorgeous. They look amazing. This car is really kind of coming along. But that is all we got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, make sure to drop a comment down below. Other than that, we'll see you guys next time.